How many of you would drink a Yoo-hoo if you knew that Yoo-hoo would someday kill you? A delicious Yoo-hoo, just once a day, over the course of your life, would eventually kill you, and that was the reason that it killed you, is because you drank this Yoo-hoo. I'm here today to tell you that's what smokers are doing every time they choose to smoke a pack of cigarettes every day. My name is John Martin, and I am an emergency medical technician, nationally registered and with the state of Kentucky. And I have dealt with plenty of patients over the course of my career who have smoked their way into a coffin. Sometimes, and the most prominent is COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's an awful way to see people go. Awful coughs, struggling for every breath, eventually death. Smokers have an addiction. They have a nicotine addiction. This addiction becomes a habit, and it is a strong addiction, and it is a habit that is hard to break once you start. This habit causes a decline in health. This is factual. The American Heart Association has so many claims over the effects of smoking. These declines in health will cause heart disease, stroke, lung disease, lung cancer, COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which, by the way, the American Lung Association has lifted to the third most common death in the United States, and also oral cancer. You have to remember that when you're smoking, it's affecting other parts of your body, not just your lungs. The aforementioned health risks cause smoker denial. This smoker denial is basically the denial of the reality of catching a disease that's caused by smoking and eventually dying of one of those diseases. Basically, smokers are at a craps table in Vegas, rolling the dice. And more often than not, eventually you're going to lose. Now, there are some ways to put a handle on your smoking if you already smoke. Ways to quit. Some people have been able to do it. They've done it cold turkey. Others, they have nicotine gum, nicotine patches, medicine. Sometimes the medicine has side effects people don't like. But in my opinion, any side effect that's less than dying is worth it, worth trying. The best thing to do is to never start. That's why we really have to educate our youth. If you have not started smoking, please don't ever start smoking. It's such a hard addiction to break. And we have to pass that word on to all of our youth. Just don't start doing it. Imagine running 2 miles. You can run 2 miles easy. Everything on your body feels good. Climbing stairs with ease. Having fewer wrinkles. Smelling better. Having more money in your pocket. The American Heart Association and Procter & Gamble have both done studies that have shown that smokers, if they quit 2 packs a week, on average, they're gonna make $520 extra in that year, or be able to save $520 extra. And on top of that, most smokers that are full-time smokers smoke between 6 and 8 packs a week. So you're almost tripling that amount. That's a great vacation to take your family on. That's over $1,500 a year. So that is something to take into consideration of some of the benefits of not smoking, never smoked, or quitting. Not only your health risks, your life, the lives of those around you, but your beauty, your wrinkles, yellow teeth, your money, your pocketbook, the money that you're going to save, being able to enjoy the physical activity without struggling. In conclusion, it is so important for us to get this message out to our youth, to our children, to the younger teenagers, the ones who out there who think that it's cool to smoke. It looks cool. It's fun to do. My friends are doing it. I know that one of the biggest problems with youth is their lack of wisdom and being able to see into the future. That's understandable. I was young once. But we have to encourage our youth to never start smoking. If you are in a position to change things at work, like making it harder for smokers to smoke, putting the smoke area outside, and in the winter they have to decide, am I going to go out there and freeze, or am I going to stay inside and skip this one? Limiting the smoke breaks that people can take. I know that there are laws out there that afford people the right to take breaks after they've worked so many hours. But if you put that smoke hut outside 300 yards from the building and it's 30 degrees outside, they might change their mind. So if you're in a position to make it harder for people to smoke, then do so. And also your friends. If your friends smoke, tell them you just can't be around them. Or you can shame them. Tell them that you can tease them if you want to. Tease them and let them know that this is not going to fly with you. And I can't be around it. Because eventually you are going to die. And it's not going to be a fun death. So remember, let's work on our youth. Let's start with our youth. People who are already smoking, it's possible for you to stop. There are things out there for you to stop. But we want our youth to never start. Never start smoking. Because you'll end up in a coffin. And it's not going to be pretty. Thank you.